We now invite the All India President, Sri Sathya Sai Seva Organizations, Sri Nimish Pandya Garu, to set the context of this 3-day Sri Sathya Sai Sadhana Shibir, where more than 3,000 youth have gathered to gain inspiration and love at Bhagwan's divine lotus feet. Sai Ram.
Om Shri Sai Ram. Offering our most humble salutations at the divine lotus feet of our most beloved Master, we offer gratitude to him for this very unique opportunity to assemble in the divine precincts of Prasanthi Nilayam. It is said, it is a sight for the gods to see, but today we know that the only God that we know on this face of this earth, our beloved Bhagwan Shri Sathya Sai Baba, is all smiles and hands up in Abhayasta for us to be carrying this message forward. Watching the procession go by, various thoughts were crossing my mind. And looking at the centenary celebrations, what would Bhagwan would have loved to see in 2025? All of us seniors were thinking that yes, in 2025, the Sri Sathya Sai Seva organization will be run and managed by the young brothers and sisters of India, and that dream is coming true today. And I want to share a secret to all my elder brothers and sisters, that this All India Youth Sadhana Shibir, or in English language it would call it as a conference. The All India Youth Conference is happening after nearly more than 2 decades of time, for the first time that Bhagwan has blessed. And that is speaking a lot of Bhagwan's grace and blessings upon all of you, brothers and sisters. And the second thing I want to say, brothers and sisters, is that I'm very happy to share with you that all the conferences normally are guided, planned, and determined by all my elder brothers and sisters, my state presidents, zonal presidents, and all the elders in the organization. But I must say that this is one conference which has been planned by the state youth coordinators exclusively, without any interference from any of the elders. And that gives all of us confidence, I'm sure. The so-called elders, though we are all very young in spirit, but because of age we have to determine that we are elders. But we are all very, very happy. And I can see all my colleagues smiling here, that the future of the Sri Sathya Sai organization is in the divine hands of Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba and destined to win. 2025 will have the entire management of the Sri Sathya Sai Seva organization in the hands of the young messengers of Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba, and that is the destination and the goal that we are all working towards it. Dear brothers and sisters, strengthening the core. Rhetoric aside, euphoria aside, utopia aside. But it's hard work. Vada karte hain sai, we just heard. But that had a lot of meaningful words inside. The words of sacrifice, the words of commitment, the words of determination, the words of promise that we will improve ourselves and make ourselves strong and upright. Strengthening the core is the theme, brothers and sisters. And this is to be well understood. Many of us who came as young men many, many years ago, we were happy and enamored by Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba because of a few very unique things he told all of us, and he has been saying consistently. For me as a young man, when I came, the first impression was that God had clarified that there is only one address of God where you can find him, and he's inside your heart and my heart, and that made life very easy for all of us. He said you can go anywhere in the world, go to a mosque, go to a temple, go to a church, go anywhere. These are all beautiful places, great sources of inspiration. But at the end of it, all of us go to all these places, and you know what we do? We close our eyes. We see the statue of Krishna and we close our eyes. We see the statue of Devi and we close our eyes. We look at Mother Mary and we close our eyes. We go to the mosque and we close our eyes because of one eternal truth that Bhagwan told us, that whichever form you please, you will always find him inside yourself and not outside. Therefore, since then, the journey has begun inside, brothers and sisters. The power of God lies within us. The energy of God lies within us. But to realize this, to hear his voice within us, there is a great path of sadhana. The path of sadhana where the mind has to be controlled and mastered. I was always enamored, and we saw the beautiful chariot of Krishna and Arjuna in the middle of Mahabharata. I have a new vision. Our chariot is our human form, and our master is the charioteer. And who's in the place of Arjuna? It's you and I, brothers and sisters. Even the sisters have a right to imagine themselves in the chariot in place of Arjuna, with Swami as the charioteer of their lives. Each one of you has a right to imagine yourself in the place of Arjuna and imagine Swami as the charioteer of your Rath and my Rath. And what are these horses? Our five senses. Hand over the five senses to the Divine Master and lead life. That's what Swami said. If you do this, I am with you all the time, everywhere, every place. The self-confidence that every young man and woman should have emerges not from external knowledge or external things. Swami reminded us, it emanates from integration of thought, word, and deed. It emanates from the strength of character. It emanates from that fearlessness, the faith that Swami is our friend. If Krishna was the friend of Arjuna, each one of us have a very divine friend called Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. And this is the friendship that we need to develop. There's only one friend, and he is God. And he's not only the form of Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. That one friend, and he's only God, and he's Sathya Sai Baba, who resides in the heart of each one of us. And that's where we need to head it and go further, brothers and sisters. It's very important that this integration of thought, word, and deed is important. Life is a Mahabharata every day, brothers and sisters. But the mind and the conscience will always be at war. The mind will draw us in one direction. The conscience will tell us the truth. Whom we listen to is important. And it is this skill set of understanding the strength of the power of conscience over the demands of the mind is the entire story of life, brothers and sisters. Happiness and sorrow, Swami reminded us, will always be there as young men and women. But in both happiness and sorrow, to be at peace is the key that Bhagwan has come to give to us. And I say this and remind myself and you again today because this is what the next 3 years of sadhana, strengthening the core, is all directed in that direction. Each one of us is an Arjuna. Each one of my sisters can represent themselves as Arjuna. But there is a sadhana, and sadhana of surrender. Surrendering to the friend, surrendering to the master. In happiness and sorrow, trust him, he will never leave. This faith is to be built. And the 3 days that we stand here in the divine precincts of Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba is the homework that we all of us need to do. Be determined. Never get carried away by anybody else. Never align to another human being. Align only to God. Respect every human being, because the other truth that Bhagwan told us was that not only he is in our heart, but he is in the heart of everyone else. The vision changes, and once the vision changes, life changes, and bliss is the form that we all enjoy. Brothers and sisters, I think the next 3 days of all the agenda which has been laid out, one thing I would urge to remember all of us, including myself. One of the names of the Master is Kalatitaya Namaha. Time. It's very important, brothers and sisters. This moment, this day, This beautiful procession that we saw just now is now history, it's past. The given moment is now, is what Swami reminds us. Every moment that goes in Prasanthi Nilayam is going to be an important moment of life, where Swami is eagerly waiting to give each one of us all his love and all his blessings. But we must be ready to receive it every moment that we are sitting in Prasanthi Nilayam. Let your minds not waver. Let you not engage into any unnecessary talk. Do not waste. Hold your mind onto the divine lotus feet. Stick to every promise that you want to make, and ensure that you go back not only with strength to live life upright, to be of service to every mankind, and to uphold the Prasanthi flag which all of us carry today. You know what the Prasanthi flag means? It means a commitment from every young man and woman that henceforth I will ensure that my sadhana is perfect. I utilize my time to understand my divine master and my divine friend, to see that I excel in everything that I do in life, in my personal life, but at the same time, I'm always available at a drop of a hat to serve anybody whom I find, because in everybody whom I serve, I only see my divine master and my divine friend. And that is the commitment with which we go further as we go. 3,000 of us are only representative. We have 2,952 samitis in India, brothers and sisters. And each samiti has two lovely people called the Samiti Youth Coordinator Mahila and Samiti Youth Coordinator Gent. There are 482 districts, and each district has a district youth coordinator Gent and a district youth coordinator Mahila. And every state, 29 states and sub-states in Union Territory, every state has a youth coordinator Gent and a youth coordinator lady. And if you calculate, you know what it becomes? 7,000 young youth coordinators in this country of India. No other organization has this committed force of young men and women. And I want you to understand your responsibility and your goal ahead. God has granted each one of you today who represent 7,000, 4,000 more who haven't come here today. You represent their spirit, their energy, their enthusiasm. And the enthusiasm spirit is to see that the word of Sai, the message of Sai, reaches every nook and corner of India. Sai, as a human form, was most beautiful, most encouraging. But his message, if it doesn't reach every nook and corner of India, brothers and sisters, we haven't paid our gratitude to Bhagavan. He came for the entire mankind, beyond the boundaries of the Sathya Sai organization, into the realms of the geographic boundaries of the motherland, Bharat, every nook and corner. We will make every effort to see that his message and his blessing reaches every human being in the nook and corner of this country by the time we reach 2025. Is that yes or no? 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 That's very nice. Good. That's what Swami will love to hear as we go further, as we go. In short, let's not waste our time. Let's embark upon this whole situation of making our commitment fulfill. And I urge Bhagavan to bless all of us. I pray to him that I'm sure I can already imagine a beautiful Rath with Bhagavan. You know, you young guys like the selfie point. Imagine the selfie point in your own mind. That is this beautiful golden Rath. Swami is sitting there holding the reins of all the 5 horses, and you are standing behind. And you have surrendered with folded hands to the Divine Master. Close your hands, eyes completely. Click a picture in your mind and keep it in your heart. This is not on any hand drive, but this is a picture which is in your heart. And stick it there like never else. Whatever medals you get, but keep this one picture stuck in your heart with Krishna, you, your chariot, and yourself at the Divine Lotus feet. Jai Sai Ram. Thank you very much.